Voy a ponerlo la música igual, alcance el tope. O esto mejor. No, mejor la música. Ya solo queda una cosa. Gasté un poquito de resina y nos vamos para la parte final, creo, de esta misión. Vaya, lo tuve que dejar por una partida de D&D que tenía pendiente. Esto muy interesante, de hecho. Había ilusiones, había enemigos anteriores, había recuerdos, había de todo. Y me sacaron un brazo. Así que... da que salga. El santuario de Surastana. ¿Surastana creo que se llama? Habrá que entrar de nuevo.
How's it going, Nahida? I'm done with the parts that needed my involvement to complete. Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's design is truly brilliant. Oh, also, this is for you.
¿Listo?
What's this little floaty thingy? It's a small device I put together just now. You can think of it as an upgraded Akasha terminal.
Un conmutador.
You may not need it right now, but it should be helpful in certain situations.
Algo sabe ella.
Wait! This thing has the same characteristics as Paimon!
¡Ay, pobrecita! Se puso celosa.
We're both small things that float!
Oh.
All the things that make Paimon special got copied! When Paimon appears with the Traveler from now on, people won't remember Paimon because she isn't unique anymore!
No se parece nada a ti, Paimon.
It's alright, Paimon. It can't replace you. It's only a flying device, but you're the Traveler's irreplaceable friend.
Chipo.
You're so good at comforting people, Nahida. If only the Traveler was as smart as you.
Oye, ¿cómo que no?
I was simply telling you what I feel to be the truth. I wasn't trying to comfort you. Nahida, you're natural at this. What you just said made Paimon even happier. By the way, there's something I need to confess. Even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, I'm not very good at fighting. You may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. However, I'm not as well loved as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Eso es verdad. Como nadie lo estuvo pescando para variar, no tiene mucho poder como otros arcontes.
If we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'll have to count on you and I'll do my best to provide support.
No te preocupes, pelear se me da bien.
I'm glad I can rely on you. So the God of Wisdom isn't good at fighting? That actually sounds about right.
Sí,
I've located where the false god is. Time is of the essence, so let's skip to it.
It's time. Igual es bonito este lugar. Imagínate estar encerrado en esta parte. Yo sé que no debería llevar geo porque igual estoy llevando dentro, pero en todas mis misiones igual es bueno tener un poco de escudo. Lo malo es que no tengo bonificación, bono de daño geo, eso es lo malo. Y el que lo está usando parece que lo tiene más equipado. Aunque podría reemplazarlo por el momento. Voy a poner este. No, espérate. Ay. Es que este es el tema. No, a lo mejor le voy a mantener el porcentaje de defensa. A ver. Este tiene daño. Probabilidad de daño crítico. Creo que yo tenía uno armado. Ah, era este. Mejor se lo mantengo. No, no lo voy a cambiar. Forja divina. Como no sé cómo son las cosas. Creo que voy a mantenerme con este equipo. Sí, voy a mantenerme así. A ver qué nos trae.
What is this place? Wow. Who would have thought there'd be a place like this hidden right slap bang in the middle of the city? The sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered. The safest and most convenient way would be to build within the academia itself. That's true. They were already hiding one god, so why not two? Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. The sages really saw the god creation plan as their ultimate goal. But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed by the academia alone. The Fatui under the doctor sure didn't hold back. They provided a lot of technological support.
Después de todo, es para uno de los 11 que quería que se convierta en un dios.
Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been that generous. Is that it, though? I've always felt that this doctor is different from the academia sages. He doesn't seem to share their sense of urgency. Instead of being interested in the end product, it's like he's enjoying the experimental process. The Fatui Harbingers are all such weirdos. So, the doctor being weird is actually normal. So, this Fatui that they're trying to turn into a god is called the Balladeer?
Exacto.
They had previously come into contact with his consciousness. He harbors particularly strong obsessions. One is the desire for a gnosis, since he was created to be the vessel for one. The other obsession is probably related to his past. I can't quite explain it. Paimon knows that he was a prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a Fatui Harbinger. That's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject. Now with that temper...
Me vigila, la Zafir, me vigila. Ahí la caché, me está observando. Veo 2 Paimon en la pantalla. ¿Cómo que 2 Paimon? ¿Dónde está la segunda Paimon?
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well.
Y Najida no cuenta. Hemos tenido varios encuentros desagradables con él. Solo en algunos encuentros y ninguno fue grato.
I see. Tell me more about him.
Comida de emergencia al cuadrado.
The more we know now, the better we can plan for and react to any future situation.
Comida de emergencia para la comida de emergencia. Esa cosa dentro es Paimon 2. No, Zafir, usted sabe que no. Porque la Najida no se puede comer. Llegaste justo a tiempo porque empezamos recién con la parte final del... Hola, ¿qué tal?
Stand with me.
No excuse for
Hold the line. Steady as stone.
Stay right. No slacking off.
Son iguales, lo sabes. No, no lo son. Se parecen, no lo son.
Let's end this quickly.
Allow me.
Se me olvidó traer a Kiel. Me olvidé de traer Pyro, de hecho.
Leave it all to me. Our bond is strong.
Scatter!
Estoy pegando poco. Estoy pegando poco el daño físico.
Let's end this quickly.
Bueno, que te lo reduce bastante.
No stone unturned. Out of my way. Billowing surge.
Será mejor utilizar mejor el otro.
Spring forth!
Steady as
Te
stone.
falta hielo.
Dissipate.
Sí, me falta hielo para mi bebida.
I guess this is it.
No hay nada más a parecer. Sí, debí haber traído otro que no sea Noel. Es que igual tener algo de escudo hace falta. O al menos alguien Pyro. Igual ayuda bastante.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes.
Oh. O pudo ser el Traveler con hielo, sí, pero no estamos en el Chesnaya, lamentablemente. No nos dejaron ir a Rusia. No nos dejaron ir a Rusia porque no tenemos vodka. Órale, es más grande de lo pensado esta academia. Buena, Fenrir. Ni misiles también. O al menos me hubieran dejado en Najida para controlarla.
Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it.
Hace falta un mejor control vertical para la... ¿Y esto? Oh, yeah.
It seems to have stopped. Let's continue.
¿Cómo se encuentra el chiquillo? ¿Cómo les va, por cierto? Yo estoy del todo bien. Jugamos Unite. Más al rato sí, terminando esto. Salieron 4 Pokémon desde que dejé de jugar, sí, de hecho.
Stand with me. Hold the line.
Sí, yo igual había dejado de jugar hace un rato. El tema es que no lo he jugado porque... pucha, no he tenido tiempo para eso. Y tampoco he tenido personas para poder jugar.
Hold the line.
Por ahí hay el tesoro. Ah, ya entendí. Sí, como bien, está bonito el mío, está potente el Dodrio. Sí, de hecho. Al mío le encontré demasiado roto para ser, para ser un tirador.
Frozen.
Allow me.
Crest
The bond is strong.
frostbite.
Propagate!
Platter. It's time for a flash break.
I'll settle this.
Frozen. Pay your dues.
¡Ay, que te empieza la fiesta!
Rebuild.
Scatter!
Dissipate.
Pero ahora siempre estuvo roto. No lo viste a la Lily jugando, está demasiado asqueroso.
Yeah.
Run from death.
¿Cierto, Mawen? Ahí está toda tirada la Mawen. Sí, el Dodrio tenía que nerfearle, pero creo que era por su daño o era por su velocidad de movimiento. La zona de... Ah, el Zoroark. Sí, pues el Zoroark es el... Ah, yo no sé. Vi que estaba rotito, pero no lo he visto en acción, la verdad. No sabría decirte.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
Ay, tenía que ir para allá. Bueno, voy a ir por ese tesoro entonces. Y ahora como me devuelva. Mi salto es terriblemente cagón. Se puede ir a rotísima, tiene un golpe que pega en X como si fuera la ulti de Pike. Es ulti, pero no es ulti. Sí lo he visto. Lo encuentro como Pike. Es todo un asesino. Aunque la habilidad de transformarse en un Pokémon salvaje lo encuentro tan inútil. En esa cuestión de las ilusiones a menos que sea con un compañero, como si fuera la Nico. Lo encuentro terriblemente inútil. Porque llega un punto que no te va a servir de mucho. No hay nada más, ¿cierto? Parece que no. O sea, obvio debió ser como Nico. Porque que llegue un bicho de la jungla a la línea, claramente es obvio quién es Evo. Ese es el tema.
The bond is strong.
Ah, bueno. Chao, pescado. Supongo. Momento. ¿Sigue vivo? Ah, qué hijo de perra.
Hold the line. Stand with me.
¿Qué va a volver a vivir? ¿No? No, esta vez no. Esta vez se murió por la caída. Esto no sé por qué va a dar la vuelta. Sí, va a dar la vuelta. Va, esto no es. Ahí. Bueno, cagarla de nuevo. Ah, sí. Ahí estamos. Gracias. En una de esas sí hacemos transmisión de Pokémon Unite otra vez. Que esto lo estoy haciendo porque lo dejé pendiente. Qué mal que no me haya salido tan ágida. Todavía sigo rabiado con eso. Otra vez tengo que lidiar con ustedes.
Allow me!
Pues si ya tienes a Paimon, ¿para qué quieres otra Paimon? Porque quiero tener más comida de emergencia. Estoy hambriento. Y me moriré de hambre.
Leave it all to me. Stand with me.
Y se le rompe la voz. Vale, el voice me ayudó bastante a mejorar la huellita de la voz. Para que no se nada tan mal.
Allow me.
Ven.
Well met. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
As a good knight should.
That all you got? A load of this. Looks like I went too far.
Steady as stone.
This one's well done.
Hold the line.
Feels good.
Scatter!
Cook this.
Turn after another. Lightning shower fire. Rest and rebuild. Our bond is strong.
¡Aquí viene el pollo gigante!
Stand with me. Leave it all to me.
Gracias. Vuelvo pronto. Ahí debería haber corrido. Ahí debería haberse conectado, de hecho. Pero no. Tiene que conectarse de esa forma. Ah, bueno, chucha. No era, tampoco era para destrozar la plataforma. Bueno, vámonos para arriba. Me siento como en Aperture Laboratories. ¿Dónde está GLaDOS? Me prometieron un GLaDOS. Me vino sin daño, ahora que lo pienso. Lo único que puedo sacarle provecho del daño es la Kokomi y esa que ni siquiera tiene... No tiene probabilidad de
Its
crítico.
operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion or already completed.
Ya pensé cómo era capaz de controlar el clima.
Oh no, what should we do? Paimon can't imagine how hard it would be to fight against that Fatui Harbinger with a Gnosis. Are you nervous, Paimon? If you really want to know, of course Paimon's nervous. Aren't you too, Nahida? Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with a calamity of this degree since my birth. I feel not just nervous, but curious as well.
Curious? Curious about what?
Porque está curiosa, ¿cómo va a preguntar?
Curious about our fate. To me, everything we perceive in this world, everything we learn, and everything that happens to us is considered knowledge. And if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood. However, only fate is about that which has yet to occur, so it has always drawn my curiosity. So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge. That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen to them. It all brings me great satisfaction. And now, at long last, I'm not just an observer anymore. I will personally experience my own fate with you by my side. Isn't this such a wonderfully exciting thing?
Ah, so that's what you mean. Paimon thinks she understands what you're feeling.
Yo también estoy impaciente.
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Aquí vamos entonces. Desafío completado. Que sin cofre ni nada. Ahí está el desgraciado.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
No lo
Far
hizo.
too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
No eres un dios, solo eres un tipo con un mecha. Mecánico. Un dios mecánico.
Imposing aura. It really feels like a god's.
A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a mechanical puppet, with the Gnosis serving as a constant power supply. How much effort and resources did the sages put into this? From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed. It's no exaggeration to say, this is the culmination of human wisdom.
La voz Inaí de toda la historia de Paimon. No entendí eso. La voz Inaí, ¿cuál? De toda la historia es como la voz Inaí de toda la historia. No entendí eso, la verdad.
You sure are something. Dishing out compliments at a time like this?
Ah, la voz final. Ah, esa. Sí, esa sí.
I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Así que sigue siendo el Scaramouche de siempre por dentro. No sé si es algo bueno o algo malo. Es su final y basta.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into this world.
Protector eterno de la sabiduría arcana.
Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
Nahida wouldn't feel the same things as you.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creature, know your place.
Sigue siendo el mismo Scaramouche de siempre.
The strife engraved upon a gnosis. You're
Arrogante.
talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the Archon War, but the way I see it, all those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws. There's no point in bringing it up again.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed that I was never allowed the fortuity to personally participate in the Archon War. This is a first. Encountering a god in this world who does not crave power. No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of Wisdom.
Pero a partir de ahora sus seguidores serán cada vez más. ¿Sí? Pues ya son más devotos de lo que vas a tener tú.
Your judgment is as your existence. Unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer. The God of Wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to face me in combat. Come! Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god. Churn!
Feeble human!
I must leave no stone unturned.
I'll settle this.
Insignificant past!
As a dutiful maid would. Someone needs assistance. Steady as stone. Yep.
Oye, después de los eventos de Ronald es tan grande.
Shall fall.
Wow.
Insignificant past!
Ah, ya entendí.
Feeble human!
Ah, solamente para quitar los terrenos.
Scatter! Germinate!
Rest and rebuild.
My endless cycle begins!
¿Cómo quitas eso? Holy shit.
I missed a spot.
Hey.
Insignificant past!
Someone needs assistance. I must leave no.
Propagate! Yeah. Feeble human!
No entendí muy bien lo que tiene esa mecánica.
Insignificant
Leave it up to
past!
me. Our bond is strong.
Estaba pensando en otra cosa. Ah, no, eso es lo de ESP.
Allow me.
At my command, you shall fall!
Oh,
I must leave no stone unturned. I'll catch up.
lo intentaste.
Insignificant past!
Al menos no hubo un tutorial de esto.
Get with me.
Feeble human!
Ah, esto se activa. ¿Esto recarga de energía?
My endless cycle begins.
Time to clean up.
Bueno, al menos hay una parte
Steady as stone.
que puedo mantenerme a salvo.
Insignificant past.
Lightning terrified.
Feeble
Rebuild.
human.
No entendí muy bien la mecánica ahí. Oh, oh. Otra vez caigo del segundo piso al piso inferior. Con los Fatui siempre lo mismo. Oh, oh. Oh. My goodness. Jesus Christ.
¡Momento! ¿Seguro que así funciona la cosa?
Al parecer.
I must leave no stone unturned. Hold the line.
Propagate. Kneel.
No sé para qué sirven esas cosas. Oh, oh. No, olvídalo, esas eran bombas.
Tremble.
I'll catch up.
Ya nomás vine con... ¡Ouch!
No,
¡Uy!
I'm mad.
¡Woo! Me siento como si tuviera un jefe peleando contra jefes de Bomberman. Que sacaran las patas no es como que ayude bastante. Vamos de nuevo. ¡Wow! Oh shit. Mierda. Nahida.
This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Brewer?
Le pegaron. Le pegaron a la niña.
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me?
Okay. Oh,
We just
reiniciamos.
concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sabzerus festivals and Samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me?
El sueño, ¿verdad?
You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams. It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god. Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you.
El camino,
Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you. The first sage of Boor.
Primer sabio de Boor. El Traveler.
1,000 eons, mine to dominate.
Ahora sí voy a usar una Akida.
As a dutiful maid would.
Burn to oblivion.
Woo!
Allow me! Uphill battle! Tor, bring refuge!
Kneel.
Make yourselves at home!
Reality is pain. Scatter riddance, cruel world.
Oh. Destruye la máquina que lo invocó. ¿Cuál máquina? ¿Cuál?
I must leave no stone out of my way! Our bond is strong!
Sí, debía haber venido con... Ah, pero...
Everyone hold hands!
Por lo menos... Listo. Obliteración fugaz está por llegar. Oh.
Your new god awakens.
Ciclo de la vida y la muerte.
Now, your eyes have been opened.
Leave it up to me.
Kneel.
No entiendo muy bien qué es lo que hay que hacer.
Rebuild!
¡Woo!
Commit it to memory!
¿Tengo que depender de la figurita para poder bajarle la vida?
Someone needs assistance.
Reality is pain.
Lo intentas, pero no lo veo. No veo que caiga. ¡Woo!
To oblivion!
Ah, ese tipo de daño hay que hacer.
Someone,
Propagate!
our bond is strong.
Kneel!
Steady as stone. This made her...
Ahí está. Sí, medio confuso, pero ya me enteré que había que hacerle. Tenían los poderes de energía igual con otros personajes.
Filthy humans!
Mira lo que a dónde llegó tu arrogancia. La gnosis de A.
No! Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
Oh, mierda. Se le notaba la desesperación.
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
This is...
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
¿Qué es lo que se mostrará en ese recuerdo?
Huh. This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined. Shouldn't Irminsul be in this realm of consciousness?
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata to be as polluted as this.
Contaminada. ¿No querrá decir que el conocimiento prohibido debe ser por...
Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about a concept that even I don't completely understand. Could you tell me what you know?
Ok. Y esto fue lo que pasó.
Your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Deshret's self-sacrifice, and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata nearly exhausting her power. Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years ago. But I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Irminsul itself already in danger.
So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and it's also been affected by forbidden knowledge pollution, then does that mean, in order to save us, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes.
Sí.
It's very possible that she sacrificed her life in the fight against forbidden knowledge. She didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her actions, the pollution would have been far more rampant over these past 500 years. The way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge may very well be due to her restoration of Irminsul.
Aw. Do you feel sad, Nahida?
I'm just sharing her pain. The pollution of her consciousness here is severe. There is madness, chaos, and pain all around us. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions, all the way up to her last breath? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow.
¿Te refieres a las palabras mundo, olvídame?
Yes. Her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, so that's all we could hear. But now, we have a chance to find the answer to this mystery. We can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right path to meet with our lucid consciousness. And then, we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in person.
Espero que podamos usar esa verdad para salvar a todos.
Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our own consciousness while we are here. Even with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a clear mind. Otherwise, we could go mad at any moment.
Cierto.
That's so scary. Don't worry. It should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of yours clear, Paimon. Let's go.
Vamos entonces. Acceso denegado. Supongo que de aquí venimos, ¿no? Wow.
In the air? And why is there a huge boat? That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here. Its course is the direction our consciousness is traveling towards. If we lose control over our consciousness, we will fall into madness. So let's make sure the boat stays on course.
Me recuerda un poco a Canomilla, por la cantidad de islas flotantes que tiene. ¿Estamos avanzando? ¿No me di cuenta?
Wow! What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
Me parece. Que de repente le da por la...
I must leave no stone.
Scatter!
I'll settle this. Our bond is strong. Rebuild.
Oye, decía dónde está el otro enemigo.
Allow me. Stand with me.
No hay nada más. Así que no.
Spring forth!
As a good knight should.
Look! A four-leaf sigil has appeared in the sky!
Ya vamos a llegar al barquito. Nos falta poquito.
Yeah!
Abajo.
Propagate!
Thrust and rebuild!
Out of my way!
Steady as stone. Allow me!
Y este me dice que se esconde.
The bond is strong!
Hold the line!
Ah, genial.
Lightning Sheriffon!
Germinate!
Leave it all to me. Thrust and rebuild! As a dutiful maid would. I'll catch up. I must leave no stone unturned.
Propagate!
To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first.
Ya decía por qué había modelos en los leaks de un bote. Y era por esto. A zarpar se ha dicho.
We changed direction. Are we still going the right way, Nahida? Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the boat of consciousness will soon take us out of here.
Pues esperemos. Porque estábamos dentro de la academia y de repente estamos en un subconsciente de alguien.
We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
De vez en cuando se me pasa algún pensamiento extraño, pero parece que ya está bien.
Huh? But everything's been completely normal for Paimon.
Ujú.
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. This time, we should be able to meet Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord Rukkhadevata before?
Pues si nació hace poco.
No. It seems that my birth and her death took place at the same time. Otherwise, I think she would have given me a little more guidance, and I could have done a better job. Hey, you've done a great job, Nahida. Let's get out of this creepy place and go meet her.
No es culpa tuya que de repente hay algunos hijos de perra por ahí.
So, is this the place you were talking about?
¿Con qué esto es
The
el
base of
Irminsul?
Irminsul?
¿Con qué esto es el Irminsul? El árbol de mis visiones cuando estaba con aromatizantes.
Well, this is the place.
Es justo como lo recordaba.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right? But the one standing over there is... Is that... me? She looks exactly like me. Are you Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance?
A mí que reciclaron modelos. No puedo creer que lo que ven mis ojos son idénticas. Creo que estoy viendo doble.
Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're of the same nature.
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
El nuevo Samsara.
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago. Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years. But you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true,
Ay, ni siquiera le leí.
then am I going to be a great Archon like you someday?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me.
Really?
But perhaps you may become an even greater Archon than I. I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to will be yours alone, along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
Estoy seguro de que será un gran arconte.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom. Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired was in fact myself in another fate. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I've always wanted to meet you.
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to talking with you.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Ah, I see. You're here seeking answers, right? Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this.
Lo sabía. El desastre de Canria.
At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had a more important task to attend to. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, I sensed something was wrong. The pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, it was already displaying signs of corruption. Had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago, I might have felt even more hopeless and lost.
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world, and a form of truth that can't be understood. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it.
La verdadera razón.
The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad phenomena. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Tevat could fall apart.
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand?
Mm-hmm.
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength alone, which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the Akasha.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Cierto.
Thank you. For a long time, I thought dreams were the fruit of human wisdom. Though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom and all of my own power.
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge was cleared from Irminsul. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. I had a terrible headache, which gave me an uneasy feeling. And then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom, but vile corruption as well. From the very beginning, my existence had been polluted by the forbidden knowledge.
Puta.
No. How could that happen? I've experienced that pain in your consciousness. It must have been a horrible experience.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge, meaning that the forbidden knowledge couldn't ever be permanently eradicated. And there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara and left a trail of clues. All in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul forever.
Ya sabía que íbamos para este camino.
Wait. No, I can't.
So you realize what that implies? You are very smart indeed. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've realized just now, removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed in this world. But this is the only way to save Irminsul.
People love you so much, and they've missed you so much over the past 500 years. I am exactly the same. So how can we just forget you like this? Is there really no other way? There must be something else I can do.
You're the god of wisdom, Booer. You should know that there is no other way.
But this is so cruel. I don't want to forget you.
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy at finally finding the answer. These are the words in their entirety. The answer you've been seeking all along. Let the world completely forget me. We all
Mierda.
nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness.
La hicieron llorar.
I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people.
Devolverle los sueños a las personas. ¿Verdad? La enfermedad.
People of Sumeru, may you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
Hypatia. ¿Estás bien, Najida?
I'm alright. I'm just a little confused.
¿Qué es lo que no comprendes?
We've just saved the world, right?
Mhm.
So why am I crying?
No querrás decir...
I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from. But I feel very sad.
¿Te acuerdas de lo que acaba de pasar?
Just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Ermin soul consciousness from 500 years ago. And we removed the remaining pollution from Ermin soul.
Porque yo sí la recuerdo. ¿Es porque yo no soy de este mundo? De verdad se ha olvidado de ella.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Parece que Paimon tampoco lo recuerda. ¿De verdad se han olvidado todo de la reina mayor Roque de Pata? Debería contarle la verdad. Uy, ¿y eso? ¿Y ese ruido? Sueño. Tengo. No puede. Eso sí fue extraño, la verdad.
That sound. Traveler, Paimon!
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has finally paid
Maldita
off.
sea.
The doctor! What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected, it doesn't have any effect on gods. This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a little spin. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed them. I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our relationship.
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru. Why are you here again now?
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru.
What?
Even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How disappointing.
You mean there are many different versions of you in this world?
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observed the world. Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks an important dimension, that of time. So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find my method of seeking knowledge?
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be broken on a whim.
Good. Amazing, even. Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with them.
Since you are in
Verdad.
the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake god.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment. So why should I interfere with the results?
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal, yet you only saw it as an ordinary experiment. You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. How would you have faced your own god then? Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the conclusion of this experiment.
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards, that's all. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment and reclaim any useful materials. For example, the Gnosis. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides, you have no way to use that Electro-Gnosis in battle.
Didn't you
That's
say you
verdad.
were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take it by force now.
I'm merely stating a fact. After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper respect and dignity to the God of Wisdom.
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... what if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
Awaken the heavenly principles.
La Orden Celestial.
Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the consequences? Do you dare to gamble such a possibility with me?
Gamble? How surprising. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the God of Wisdom.
Espérame un ratito, ya vengo. Ahora sí. A continuar.
But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experimenter. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility. So tell me then, what are your conditions?
This foreign gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this electro-gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me pay?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the dimension of time. Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort, requiring me to destroy them all here and now. Bravo. A suitably wise decision on your part. Yes, how very interesting. Can I assume that you have long been wary of me? Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless arguments.
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you really that bad?
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Do you think anyone can offer themselves at a higher price? Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. Perhaps it's best to say, you're just temporarily ahead. But what I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that I've really erased them?
Es una muy buena pregunta. ¿Cómo vamos a saber si vas a cumplir tu palabra?
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so
short-sighted?
You think this is the end? I'll have my revenge!
You'll make
Good
this moment
riddance.
count.
You will regret this!
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here, take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once again. There won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest in being rejected by this city for a third time. Another chess piece. And where is your dendrognosis?
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no further use for the Gnosis of Sumeru, is there? Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's desired of the Seeker? Oh, judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you're the god of wisdom, how about I exchange some knowledge with you?
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the God of Wisdom's property. Arrogant as that is, it has piqued my interest.
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
El cielo de Tevat es falso. Scaramouche también lo mencionó.
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world.
¿Será esa la razón de su contaminación?
Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time for me to say goodbye. With negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted. I'm very glad I got to meet you like this.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
Muy bien. Escupe Lupe, doctor. Varios días después. Y perdimos la gnosis de dentro. ¿Por qué hacen trato de esta forma? ¿Qué razones tienen los arcontes?
Together! Okay. Wake him up. Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up!
Buenos días, Paimon.
Good morning! How are you feeling today?
Estupendo.
Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari can stop us from going out now, right?
Sep. Aquel día quedamos inconscientes durante el combate. Despertamos en la villa Gandharva. Y Nari y Colei están cuidando de nosotros. Pensé que fue Zaino quien nos trajo aquí. Tinari protestó porque Zaino siempre está enviándole heridos, pero ha cuidado muy bien de nosotros. Hemos pasado unos días descansando aquí. Después de agotar nuestras fuerzas, ahora por fin nos recuperamos lo suficiente como para volver a partir. Tinari y Colei nos contaron que han apagado en las calles definitivamente y que la gente de Sumeru ya no volverá a depender de él. Es un hecho que un cambio tan drástico tendrá un gran impacto en la vida de la gente. Hay duda de que es un cambio a mejor.
Come on, traveler, let's go.
Ok, vámonos. Pero eso confirma muchas de mis inquietudes. ¡Hey, Colei!
Morning. Looks like you're awake.
Sí. Buen día, Colei.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste.
¡Ay, qué rico! Parece Paco Palta.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy. Well, now that I've recovered from Alizar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now. And Paimon bets they're all delicious. Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Paimon no lo abrió.
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So Paimon didn't open it. Oh, it's from Milu. Ahem. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Saino's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra.
Ooh.
As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back. It's in 2 days. Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing.
Se hace con lo que se puede.
Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you.
Pero si tú eres maravillosa, Colei.
Oh, you're embarrassing me. Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look. Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari.
Voy a enseñarlo, ¿no? Pero voy a aprovechar de recoger esto. Aquí ya tengo 74, de hecho. Creo que ya he cocinado todo esto, pero creo que voy a tener que cocinar más. Más pescado, porque me está haciendo falta. Ah, me dieron una constelación más. El quinto. Dentro Mimesis. Haces la ulti ya. Dejo. ¡Orejudo!
Good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better.
Me
How
viento
about
en
you?
popa. ¿Cómo está tu herida?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The Withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We Forest Rangers will still need to do the work.
Gracias por ocuparte de un trabajo tan duro.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't tell you?
Perhaps, or alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Puede ser.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast.
Quizás Nailu planee decírselo en situ.
You and Kale are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kala has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
¿Tu maestro se encuentra bien?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the Forest Rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
Right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well. You may go, but be careful.
Yay! Will do!
Vámonos al gran bazar entonces, que nos espera un tremendo banquete. O al menos eso dice la carta.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon,
We got your letters, and here we are!
you're the best. The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this. Nilou is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after all.
Eso está claro y tienes razón.
You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilou's dance as having good taste, then almost everybody has good, because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilou is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
I don't want you giving pictures of me to everyone. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered? If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that there will be a feast here.
Vamos a ir a comprobarlo.
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now.
¿Saben dónde se encuentran todos?
When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Ormos, and Alhaitham was at the Academia. As for Sino, we've only heard that he appears at the Academia from time to time. I'm not too sure about Ramon's whereabouts. My guess is that he's with Dia. As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her. If you have time, please ask about her for me.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
Vamos a jugar por Alacer entonces. Quizás debe haberse encontrado con Zaino también. O quizás no.
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there. Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
¿Otros? Nah.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
La casa de Daena. Igual fue todo un caos. Igual me quedaba con un par de horas de esto. Aunque esto ya parece un cliché que de repente se termina casi se termina la historia del arconte y tiene que venir un Fatu y aprovecharse del momento. Siento que se puede ir más para arriba.
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right?
¿Eh?
Oh, he's over there! But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Está ocupado hablando con otra persona.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
¿Del otro erudito?
You sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
¿Otro de Cabria?
Well,
No, creo.
I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Ah, es el ingeniero. KB.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Oh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me?
Que eran compañeros de
Stooping to a
hogar.
new low, I see.
¿O compañeros de habitación?
And don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Vemos cómo termina la cosa. Tampoco tenemos prisa.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Bater al Traveler luego que me hago vieja esperando a Pal en el Unite. Ah, perdón, que encima me llamaron para abrirle la puerta a mi madre.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Oh, which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Cierto.
What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Wow, qué actitud. Pelea de roomies.
Hello, Hatham.
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand
Cierto.
Bazaar.
If she addressed the letter to all Hatham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently, and the whole—
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the academia. I don't know where to begin.
Eso de los 6 sabios suena ultrapoderoso.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6th grade schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Paimon siempre ve donde puede sacar provecho.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
Buena, Neo.
Huh? But why?
Hay mucho trabajo.
More ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Academia before the new sages take office. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You
So
could say
Ruby.
he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars, which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Aprecio que te hayas esforzado tanto en estos días.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
All right, I'll see you there.
Más al rato nos vamos a pasar a Pokémon Unite, que la Safer quiere jugar un par de partidas. Creo que hoy día no tengo partidas que asistir. Hoy día es jueves, no, parece que no. Por un momento sentí que mis partidas eran casi todas las partidas que yo asisto son casi todos los días. Pero creo que este jueves no me toca. He estado aprendiendo más de Warhammer 40.000. Está divertido el lore. Tengo entendido que el juego tipo Left 4 Dead de Warhammer ahora está gratuito en Steam. No sé. No tengo idea si es lo mismo, pero vi por lo menos la presentación en los Games Awards. Está bonito. Pero hasta ahí puedo decir, nada más. Y creo que jugué una vez Warhammer, pero se me hizo muy enredado y abrumador. No sé, no lo entendí del todo, ¿verdad? Es muy hiper exagerado todo, exacto. Aquí debería estar estrategia. Muy simpático.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
It's been a while.
Don't yourself.
How are you doing?
No nos va nada mal. ¿Cómo está usted?
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire... I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
Ay, carajo. Es como si la palabra rematar las cosas no fuera el límite.
Kidding? Knowing them and the connections
Todo se
they've
hace con
got,
overkill.
I'm sure they've heard about it. That's
Yo también
right.
está aquí.
My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk. Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation. I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis. You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard. I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall. Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message. You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the academia.
Ejemplo, los humanos normales, si eres un ladrón, te atraparán, te torturarán, te meterán en el ejército, te harán primera línea, te castrarán, te pasarán una pistolita y te enfrentarán a posibilidades inhumanas, peores que lo que ya te hicieron. Ah, bueno. O sea, un lunes por la mañana.
Did he tell you
Me
that he
parece.
suggested that I come work at the academia?
¿Qué? ¿Y si fuera ladrona, te saltan el paso de castrar? Sí, yo creo que se saltan esa parte. Y las violaciones, y se compensa con las violaciones. No escuchamos nada al respecto.
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the academia. But only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar. Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley. Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger. A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me. I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision. I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again.
La libertad es un rasgo inherente del espíritu de Degia.
Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too.
Debes dar hijos que podrían ser usados como esclavos, o transformados en ángeles mecánicos, descarnados, flotantes, o usados como alimento para la masa humana. Y luego esterilización y el mismo paso. Wow.
But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Son como 40 años de lore. Chucha.
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
Es que tengo entendido que Warhammer igual tenía tenía su rato también. Libros y libros de información. Sí, sobre todo.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try your luck there. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. You can ask Sino when you meet him. Don't mention it. You better get going.
All right, on to our next stop.
After recovering from Elazar, everything seems so different to me. When I look at the scenery I visited before, it has a completely different feeling.
Yeah. You need to be stronger than an ox to take life by the horns.
I think I've heard you say something like that before. But today, I finally understand what you mean.
Is there any place you'd like to go? I can accompany you.
What if I tell you that I want to go to the desert?
Fine by me. If we go to the desert, I can introduce you to my friends there. But we should prepare and get everything we need before setting off.
Let's go! I'll go pack my luggage now. After we're done with the feast in 2 days, we can go have fun in the desert.
You can count me in.
Dongers, así es que está emocionada. La aldea Aru. Quizás ahí nos encontremos hasta con Candace, lo más seguro. Y sí, poco Warhammer sí tenía entendido que ya tenía esos años ya. No más que nunca le presté atención. Solo sé que tenía algo relacionado con Dungeons and Dragons, pero nada más allá. Ahí está Sino.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru village. Ah, there's Sino.
Me gustó la idea de la deformidad. El infierno se transformó en eso por la culpa de la humanidad, ya que era el cielo hasta que la maldad del hombre y muerte la llenaron y se transformó en el infierno. O sea que el infierno no era infierno hasta que la humanidad metió mano.
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Gracias por llevarnos allí.
You're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
¿Serán los eremitas? Ah,
By
sí.
King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us.
¿De verdad que la secretaria era una eremita también?
And, huh? Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Sí, la humanidad fue traicionada por las máquinas y eso generó una gran guerra. Mientras ellos se dedicaron a furia desenfrenada y los orcos a la guerra, esos... Mientras... No, déjame leerlo bien. Mientras los elfos se dedicaron a la lujuria desenfrenada y los orcos a la guerra, eso llenó la deformidad y creó el infierno. Y transformaron los dioses del caos en lo que son ahora.
Don't worry.
Wow.
These are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
¿Cómo lo ves todo últimamente?
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
¿Ya no serás una erudita?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Ser una profesora en el desierto.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget
las mismas
that the
palabras que le
desert
habíamos
that
hecho
belongs
creer.
to you lies.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the academia.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
Ya.
You probably have already heard.
Cerrar la ventana porque está escuchándose todos los ladridos de los vecinos. Bueno, de la pistachorra más que todo.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support.
Bueno, me dice que vamos a tener que hacer en transmisión de Pokémon Unite todavía, porque estamos llegando
I applied for a
mucho
few
más tarde.
batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical
Esto lo
books and
está
other related
extendiéndose
items.
cada vez más.
If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. We must be persistent about this and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated.
Celebration? Feast?
No tenía ni idea, ¿verdad?
It's the first I've heard of it.
Tainari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Ustedes todos también están invitados.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for the messages. I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful, so much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in
Cierto que
person.
la academia lo prohibieron. Prohibieron las danzas. Haremos que tu mensaje llegue a Nilu.
Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
Dos días, desde a las 9, entre las 7 y las 12. A ver, ¿cuánto tengo de protegemos? No me queda. Entre las... No, entre las 9 y las 12 más o menos. Parece que igual vamos a tener que dejar las partidas de Pokémon Unite para el siguiente día, porque como va esto, no vamos a alcanzar tampoco. Lo siento, Safer. O vamos a comprobarlo, no sé. Si no se me presenta nada. Si no se me presenta nada, entonces quizás podemos hacerlo. Quizás. Es grande este árbol. Academia de Sumeru. Ahí están todos. Uy, está bonito el lugar. En medio del escenario.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
I'm here.
Ahí me tiene.
There you are.
Hello.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here.
¿Qué le pasó? ¿Qué le pasó al viajero que puso esa expresión? El tiempo discurre sin contemplación en una velada maravillosa y de ensueño.
It's so delicious! Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing!
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru, and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Ah, feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and
Se llamaba almacén. Almacén. Te vende provisiones. No, este güey es escriba, así que te vende libros.
Moreover,
A la
judging from the
cena.
results,
Yeah. Everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the
Ahí
stage
está la
and put on
cena.
our best show. Everyone played their part. And thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
Otro talento más que llevamos en la sangre.
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes! Even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
¿Que regresó a la academia? ¿Abandonada y rechazada? ¿Sí? ¿Eso pasó?
Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it. This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
no, everything you said is correct.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
No es nada. Tenía la mente en otra parte.
Even if those two giants of the Academia
Momento,
are
el
here,
viajero no lo
I still
sabía.
have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
Parece que tras haber olvidado a Ruka y Bata, la visión que tiene la gente sobre la historia de Sumeru ya no es la misma. Ahora todos creen que la reina menor Kusanali ha sido siempre la única arconte de Sumeru. Quizás no sea la única persona sobre la faz de David que recuerde a la reina mayor Ruka de Bata. Como único como testigo del ¿What? No, Gilbert, no te vas a meter en mi mundo. Como único testigo de todo lo sucedido, respetaré su decisión y guardaré su secreto.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe?
Precisely.
Wait, is that all? So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day, just like I'm doing now.
Claro, pídele al más Echi todavía que sonría.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Ah, there you are, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it.
Todo es inmejorable. Muchas gracias.
That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves.
Ah, ¿verdad? El mensaje de Cetaria.
I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good.
Yo que pensaba que te ibas a aburrir.
No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts. That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by... I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Es un placer, estando encantado de poder asistir.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking.
Usted lo dijo, señora.
The atmosphere here is good. And everything is delicious.
Debe sentirte raro en un sitio tan animado.
Yeah. I don't often come to such places. But it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around.
Está bien, no te preocupes por nosotros.
There's always next time. We're friends after all. This feast is pretty good. I like it.
Y así todos disfrutaron del banquete. Sí. Momento.
What's wrong? Your head is starting to droop.
De repente tengo sueño. Siento que podría dormirme en cualquier momento.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy.
¿Tú crees?
Of course. Just wait here for Paimon.
Ok. ¿Será que anoche no dormí bien? Quizás sea que estoy demasiado lleno. ¿Eh? ¿Hay alguien ahí? Todo se paró. Se detuvo.
It's me.
Ah, bueno. Najida. Nuestras conciencias volvieron a conectarse.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon.
Nunca murió Najida. Solamente murió la anterior, la reina anterior de la Najida. ¿Hay algo que necesitas ayuda?
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with.
¿Qué necesita?
Please say thank you to everyone for me.
¿Te das cuenta que Paimon quedó congelada, pero no la lucecita que emana de ella, cierto? No solo eso, las visiones de los personajes también quedaron iluminadas. Así que eso es lo que quieres, Najida. Es mejor que lo hagas tú mismo en persona.
Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me?
No. Hay ciertas cosas que en esta vida que solo puedes hacer por ti mismo.
But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want.
Todo irá bien, no te preocupes.
Let me think about it.
Potato no va a aguantar. Se comprará protogemas para detenerla, yo lo sé. Es que de hecho ya no compré los protogemas, pero compré el pase lunar. Pero no por tenerla, sino porque la rabia que me dio por haberme salido otro Diluc. Por eso.
Okay.
¿Ya te decidiste?
Yes, I have.
Me alegro de que... espera, ¿qué?
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So... I've decided to borrow your body for the time being.
¡Con un demonio!
The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Cómprate protogemas, además te sale una dupe 6, ¿sabes? Para variar. Sí que no me sale otra Kike. Entonces prométeme que no harás nada raro con mi cuerpo. ¡Oh no! Najida es un chico ahora.
Everyone.
Prestan atención.
Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food.
It's me.
Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up, what's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
¡Ay, pero qué femenino! ¡Sí!
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes. I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
La misma de siempre.
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis,
Es descaradamente la misma actriz de la voz de Paimon. Parece que sí.
entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune.
Lo más seguro que usará un
People
modulador de
refer
voz.
to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god.
Como para modificarla.
I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Dingerzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
¿Ves? Lo que te dije. A todo el mundo le alegró verte.
Yeah.
Nahida irrumpió el lugar y protagonizó el apogeo del banquete, sin comerlo ni beberlos. Entre risas y agradables conversaciones, el día culminó para dar su bienvenida a la noche. Y así el banquete finalizó, dejando a sus asistentes como la mejor de las sensaciones. Al día siguiente...
Are you awake? Did you rest well?
Creo que sí, dormí bien.
After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Nadie te supera en glotonería.
That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony.
Eso no fue una larga.
All right, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida? She should be in the Academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
Está en la parte de arriba, así que creo que mucho más rápido si voy haciendo esto. Sí, en el santuario Surastana. Aquí estamos. Nahida.
Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water.
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you.
Is there anything you want to know?
¿Qué ha ocurrido con el Akasha?
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to.
Ah, me parece.
I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently.
Sí, es como estar dependiendo de algo que todos dependan. No sé cómo decirlo de manera correcta.
Definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the Academia. The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture,
Los seguidores del Rey Escarlata aún hay algunos desertores. Aún no comprenden lo importante que fue para el Arconte dentro. Ay, nosotros después nos vamos a Fontaine. Imagínate, ese es el Arconte Hydro.
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep?
¿Se lleva la gnosis?
Not exactly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation.
O sea, doctor, igual tenía la habilidad suficiente como para hacerle frente a Scaramouche modo Dios.
However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor.
Ya sé que eres fría, Safra, ya lo sé.
I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the
Ya,
heavenly principles.
Pero te faltas nomás tener tu podcast, un podcast a la mano y ¿qué otra cosa representa a Rusia aparte de los misiles, los misiles y la URSS?
In fact, the heavenly principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500
¡Te
years
madme!
ago.
¡Que le congela la PC!
Leverage against the doctor. I told him that the heavenly
Ucrania.
principles may be awakened if
Oiga,
I
no,
destroy
de eso no
the
hablamos.
Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff,
Aparte
he
del
still
vodka.
fell for it. I assumed that the heavenly principles wouldn't just stand by and let
El
such extensive
Tripalowski.
damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the god of wisdom.
La rusa. Oiga, no, esa no. La ruleta rusa. Podría ser. ¿Qué sabes sobre Scaramouche?
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
Mi próxima parada es Fontaine. ¿Sabes algo sobre ese lugar?
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice?
La nación de la justicia. A ver. Vamos a usar la nación de la libertad. Lillo el de los contratos. Inazuma, ¿cuál era de Inazuma? ¿El del poder? No tengo idea. Y Sumeru, la nación del conocimiento.
As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system.
Un sistema de poder judicial.
Doesn't Archon personally judge people? No, there's a chief justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Falso, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Falso will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere.
El servicio de impuesto interno.
As Archon, she still reserves the
No, hay
right
un
to
arconte del...
influence the final verdict.
Hay un arconte del servicio de impuesto interno. No puede ser. Lo peor que puede ser Sogli. Nos va a dejar sin mora.
Anyway, let's just say
O peor,
he's got,
va a ser inflación.
a very unique personality. Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
Con eso ya estamos.
You mean about your sister?
¿Eh?
While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister.
Pero ambos llegamos desde más allá del mar de estrellas. No puede ser que haya información sobre ella en el Irminsul.
Yeah, isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be anything on him or his sister.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your sister. Because as it turns out, the world has recorded information on her after all.
What? ¿Cómo sacaron registros de la hermana de Ether?
What? There is only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world.
Pero si son gemelos, ¿cómo van a ser de este lugar? ¿No se supone que era de Carria también? ¿Cómo es posible? Antes de todo esto, viajé con ella por el mar de las estrellas hasta llegar aquí. ¿Cómo puede ser de Teyvat? Esta información no concuerda. ¿Será que hay algún error con mis recuerdos? ¿O acaso este mundo le hizo algo a mi hermana?
But nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
Arcontes no creo. Ya de por sí ya hay arcontes. Ya están predeterminados los arcontes y los antecesores a ellos. Los arcontes de los gamers, por supuesto. ¿Cómo no lo había pensado antes? ¿Sabes qué le pasó durante todo este tiempo?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Tevat. But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to her?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
¿Podría estar relacionado con el abismo?
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world.
Supongo que Daisley sabrá algo al respecto.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Descendidos.
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Tevat's 4th Descender.
El cuarto descendido.
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler? And his sister isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles.
La Orden Celestial.
As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
A ver, ¿qué quieres mostrar ahora, Safer? Oye, eso tiene copyright, ¿no? The Weight of Water. Avatar. El camino del agua. Ah, de la película. Bueno, lo voy a ver más tarde. Pero aún así medio extraño.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
Es la 2, lo sé.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
Yo también. Necesito tiempo para procesar todo lo que me acabas de contar.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Pero ahorita. Y con eso terminamos al fin la misión de los arcontes. ¿Retoño blanco? Ah, esto. Un retoño extraído del centro del mundo. Ah, te da mucho texto. Supongo que esto representa cada uno de los niveles que hemos pasado ya. Desde lo de Duvalin hasta el fragmento de monolito cuando enfrentamos a Tartaglia. La máscara funeraria no me acuerdo qué era. Es la corona de señora, ¿verdad? Son por cada jefe. Entonces el fragmento no, ese es de Osai, el señor del vórtice. Salvoconducto del mundo interior. No sé, eso no me acuerdo. Retoño blanco, que eso es lo de Nahida.
Is there anything? And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew. I'm very interested in your future. If fate is the ultimate knowledge,
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. Alright, that's enough talk.
Ya, suficiente charla. creo que ahora sí toca por lo menos terminar stream ahora mismo para terminar con todo el farmeo que me falta en este juego. Mañana yo creo que vamos a tener que jugar al Pokémon Unite, Safe, por lo menos. Ay, porque este cuestión se me hizo eterno. Pero igual fue bastante provechoso. Menos mal no hice las misiones tampoco de los gnomos de esta parte. ¡Oh, te odio! ¡Te odio! Espera 4. Dímelo a mí. Tuve que pasar por todo esto. Además que son las 10. ¿Eh? Espérense. ¿Por qué me sale Microsoft? ¿Qué me está...? El partner... No. Tabs from companies will file. ¿Qué? ¿Qué están? ¿Qué me está mandando la huevita esta? Te van a hacer puré palt. Te esperé 4 horas. 4. Pues sublime de tu parte, pues Zaffer. Así te lo digo. No, además que igual voy a terminar muerto, así que... yo creo que mejor lo dejamos para mañana por último. Y así por lo menos jugamos con Lilian también. Así podemos torturar a Lilian también a que venga a jugar con nosotros. ¿Pero qué? Sí, Zaffer, sí. 4. Sublime. Ya. Vamos a terminar esto. A menos que me convenzas con algo y podemos continuar con esto. Pero no entiendo. ¿Qué no entiende, Silvia? ¿Qué pasó? Usted va a jugar con nosotros y le va a gustar. Tendrá motivo para hacer colaboración otra vez. Te seguiré spameando en Face 444. Siempre puedo silenciar mis mensajes también. O archivarlos también se puede. 4 horas. Ah, sí, no, quizás estuve esperándome 4. Momento, estuviste esperándome 4 horas, pero si el stream duró menos. ¿Cómo que esperándome 4 horas? Tienes 2 cuentas. Sí, exacto. Tengo 2 cuentas. Uno personal y otro por si acaso. Dice que duró 3. No, me dice... ¿En serio? ¿Cómo que dice 3? Dime, aquí el OBS me está diciendo 2. Y también el gestor de... El gestor del stream me dice 2. Máximo 3 por último. Zaffer. ¿Dónde sacaste la 4ª hora? Aquí dice 2:48, ¿viste? Yo creo que debes presionar F5 por si acaso. Te mando una foto, weón. Muy bien. Ahora sí, aquí dice todavía 2:48. Y lo va a mostrar en la duración del video. Apreté F5. Diciendo 4 horas. Ok, eso ya es un bug de tu interfaz, de hecho. Mira, de hecho te lo voy a mandar directamente. Vamos a ver, ¿dónde está la Zaffer? Acá está. Hmm. 3:48, what? El marcador del stream está medio raro. Qué raro. Igual te mostré la cuestión de la foto por mi lado. Pero siempre la culpa es de Spam. No es mi culpa. Esta vez fue culpa de Twitch. Está bugueado. Y quizás puede ser la culpa de Ilian. No lo sé. ¿Quién sabe? A lo mejor. Pero supongamos que son 3. Sí, ahí te creo. 3 horas. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Si me convences con algo, entonces vamos a Pokémon Unite. What? Mientras tanto, es lo que me convence, es lo que me des un buen argumento, seguiré con estas cuestiones. Puedes putear a Alien si juega mal. Ya lo hago de hace rato. ¿Cierto, Alien? Que siempre te puteo de cada rato. Entré que lo increíble. Ya estoy. Tráeme. Al fin, alguien que aproveche la menta. La maldad. Listo. Sí, mucha maldad, pero no veo no veo algo que me convenza para poder ir a jugar Pokémon Unite. Veamos, tengo más misiones, ¿no? Próximamente el Rey Invocador. Con razón, tengo la misión de Najida después. Eso lo hago fuera de cámara, no lo voy a hacer aquí en stream. A ver si te doy un argumento desde mi punto de vista. Convénceme. ¿Qué me ofreces a cambio de un par de horitas de streaming? Para Pokémon Unite. Eso sí, tengo que apagar y reiniciar esto porque quiero por lo menos dividirlo y subirlo a YouTube. Mañana voy a salir, tendré un día ocupado. Ilia, ¿qué pasó?
A ver, ¿qué pasó?
La Zaffer espera que yo juegue a Pokémon Unite ahora mismo. Y ahora me está diciendo el argumento. Mañana voy a salir, tendré un día ocupado y llegaré muy tarde y no tendré internet y no podré jugar durante ese día. Durante esa tarde. El fin... No, Paimon, estoy leyendo. Y no podré jugar durante el día y la tarde. Acá sí. El fin de semana estaré jugando Gotham... ¿Verdad que van a estar con Gotham Knights? Pero hoy dormí harto, no tengo sueño, tengo energía. Ya. ¿Y eso me convence? ¿Debería convencerme?
Sí.
Déjame.
Estoy descargando el Pokémon Unite, vamos. Yo también estoy poniendo de mi parte.
Bueno, solamente porque ya son más personas las que vamos a jugar, así que... Lo intenté, pero no me pongo...
¡Momento!
Pero yo
¿Seguro que así funciona la cosa?
Pero acabas de decir que sí.
Yo me vengo. Ya.
Ya.
Ya, vamos entonces a Pokémon Unite. Voy a cerrar el stream en un ratito, nomás porque quiero cortar el bot, por lo menos. Así que...
Sí, para poderlo subir a YouTube, ¿no?
Sí, así que espérenme un ratito, chiquillos. Voy y vengo, ¿ya?
5 minutos, a lo mucho.
Sí, ya vengo.